are you feeling? Drop back into your body. Drop into your body, my friends. Connect to your breath. Hi, Rita. How are you feeling? Hi, Leonie sister. How are you doing? It's good. One love, one heart. It's good to see everyone here. It's been accelerated time, huh? It's been huge. Just remember, my friends, at this time, okay, to stay as grounded as possible because there's so much going on, okay? And I'm really sorry about the lighting this evening. I'm not at home. I'm kind of in between houses at the moment. And I played around with the lights a fair bit before I jumped on here. And this is as good as it's going to get for now. But I thought I've been really tired. I thought I'm just going to push out a live, okay? Just a quick energy update and spread some love. But the last live stream that I did, okay, that light there. The last live stream that I did, I was talking about how the AI Atlas was getting closer to the sun, okay? And you guys have probably been feeling that it's like an acceleration of the light. Everything is accelerated right now. So when it comes to your inner work and your shadow work and triggers, okay, things are a bit more turbulent, okay? The light is good. Oh, the light is good. Oh, the light's good, Rita. Yeah, okay. Well, that's good then. Yeah, it's the best I can do for now. But I'll get it sorted, okay, once I'm a little bit more settled, okay? So the illumination period right now is, like I said, these energies are just ramping up, and it's important that we're staying present through these times because a lot of stuff that's deep, stuff that we thought that we'd healed before is going to, and you probably already experienced it, is coming up. We're getting triggered with the things that are coming up, and you thought you'd healed that stuff from the past, my friends. Remember this, okay? As you know, we're healing layers. So whatever's triggering you right now, really take the opportunity to go and journal, go and meditate, and go and sit on it, because you'll find that, okay, that trigger's telling you something. The trigger is coming from somewhere, okay? And right now, with this accelerated light coming through because of the AI Atlas near the sun, okay, the amount of energy light that's coming through, it's bringing up a lot of stuff. A lot of people now are actually a lot of people now are being triggered, put it that way. They're really being triggered into their healing, okay? And a lot of light workers now, a lot of healers and shamans are being activated right now, okay? The healers and the shamans that have been dormant, that have been just kicking back quietly behind the scenes, a lot of them are being activated right now. So maybe you're one of them, but the thing is, you got to do your inner work. You got to keep yourself balanced. Bang, you heal yourself, and then you teach others how to heal, and you'll know what your role is, okay, at this time, okay? It may be something as simple as just getting together, sitting with a few people, maybe some of the elderly in your community, okay? Because you're going there, you're holding the light, you're sharing with them your wisdom, okay? It might just be my voice is skipping again. I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, we're going to see how the internet goes here, my friend. So please keep me posted, Rita. Thank you. Please keep me posted. Okay, so the light workers been activated at this time because the amount of light that's come through, and even now the light workers now, okay, that are out there actively playing their parts, okay, you may find that the universe will pull you to different places. Me, myself, personally, I just timeline jumped into a whole new area, okay? Because when we heal and we let go of all the old stuff, okay, our energy externally has to match our new reality. Our new reality within, as we're changing and shifting within, externally our reality has to change and shift. So that means people may drop away. Okay, you're going to leave places. I'm on sacred new ley lines here. The ley lines here are very powerful. So if you find yourself that you've just gone from one location, the universe is just bang, you just timeline jumped into a whole new region, because now you're needed on those ley lines there. And when you're in alignment, the universe will give you every single thing that you need to do your work. when you're in alignment, you'll see everything's going to slide into place. So when the overwhelm comes in, because it's a lot, it's overwhelming, you're trying to adjust now to different frequencies. Remember, your frequency within shifted. Now the external frequency is going to shift as well, but you have to adjust with that. So it's a new integration. So if you're going through that right now, or that's going to be on the cards for you, okay, remember to keep yourself through the changes, keep yourself balanced, okay, and try to stick to your routine, your rituals, okay, like your morning yoga, your inner work, your meditation, your training, eating correctly, and all that. Keeping yourself in balance as much as you can is really important at this time, okay? Because you are the light. You're out there. A lot of people right now, they're being activated with their spiritual gifts, and I mentioned this before, okay? And a lot of people, now their spiritual gifts are starting to come, and they're realizing, well, I'm actually going there and I'm clearing places. So that's going to be more prominent to some of you as well. You're going to realize that you're actually doing the grid work, which is super exciting, because it's been heavy. We've been clearing and clearing and clearing. So maybe that's you right now. Okay, and I'd love to hear you guys, so let me know, drop me a comment, and if you're watching the replays, please drop your comments so we can educate each other and spread the word. But you may find now that, because when I shift energy, it's always yawning for me. It's like that's an energy shift for me, that I call myself the yawning shaman, okay, because I'm constantly shifting energy. I've been doing that for a long time now, but I'm seeing other people now, and they've got their own way. Some people spitting the energy, you see, some people just, they need to spit, some people burp or whatever it may be, because now you're doing that and you're realizing, well, you're actually a grid worker, you're doing the light work. You may feel called, you're walking past people, there's a car crash or something like that, or there's a scenario, you may just feel called to put energy that way. That's you doing the light work. That's your intuition, your soul is leading you. Don't ever doubt that. Don't doubt your spirit. It's the ego that wants to get in the way. No, you're doing God's work, and this is what this time is about, yeah? So keep doing that, okay? But it's important that you stay grounded, because you're taking in so much light. What happens when you're at that point? It means you're taking in so much light, your heart is going to expand more. But as your heart expands more, it means whatever grief is still sitting there, all those sort of betrayal energies, resentment energies, all those sort of energies that are held in the heart space, that's going to come up to the surface. So it's a big healing, heart healing taking place as well, okay? Remember, as we receive the healing, we receive the light, we receive the light codes, we have to dump out the old energy, and then bang, then your spiritual gifts, you start to upgrade. Then you realize, well, I'm doing the grid work, okay, yes, but you're in alignment. Stay in alignment with your soul's path, okay? And an important message tonight as well is on forgiveness, okay? Because yes, we're having things surface from right from the very core, childhood angers. As a child, when we went through sexual trauma, for example, as a child, when we went through abuse, these things as a child, sometimes we don't feel safe enough to be able to get that anger out, let alone have anyone to talk to about. So what happens is the anger gets suppressed, and as a child, the child just goes on and has their experience and goes and, but what happens is that emotions, not even just the anger, I'm talking grief as well, things like that, those emotions, they're buried now and suppressed. Years goes by, you get older, you have children, you work, you get caught up in the matrix. Now's the time this stuff's going to start to come up to the surface, so bear that in mind, okay? It's all going to come up, okay? So when that comes up, please allow yourself space. Allow yourself that space. So go, if you live in a house with other people, you have a family or whatever, just, set those boundaries in place. Okay, look, I need to go and release. I need to go and do some inner work. Boom. And then you sit in your space and you allow that, but be patient with your flow, because sometimes your tears, whatever needs to be released, is going to flow. But sometimes it's going to be gentle, but that gentle could mean an hour sitting there and just having the waves of it. So you ride those waves, and when you finish up, good, what are you going to do now? You're going to go shift the energy now, because you've just released. Okay, so every time you release, remember that, as uncomfortable as it feels, as sad as it feels, you got grief coming up, whatever's coming up, yeah, cool, that's done now. You just rode that wave, yeah, finish that. No need to hold on to that. It's finished now, it's done, good. You're just clearing more room in you. The more room you clear in you, the more you can embody your spirit. You're reaching enlightenment. We're not in the ego anymore. We don't sit there, we don't play victim. We don't sit there, we're not holding on to all that. We're not holding on to the old ass energies from the past, okay? So watch yourself as well, because the division right now is a time for unity. And the division right now is still a lot of division out there. The people that are stuck in the matrix, the people that are operating from the ego, from their 3D. So keep pulling yourself up, because every time you pull yourself up, when you're judging someone or you want to gossip and drama and all that, you have to pull yourself up, because when you're doing all that, what happens is your vibration is dropping. So every time you pull yourself up, your vibration is going to rise back up. Okay, and the biggest thing right now is cultivating forgiveness. Okay, a lot of people struggle with forgiveness. If you can start with forgiveness, start by accepting the person. It's all about perspective, my friends. You look at this person, okay, maybe you need to forgive a parent. Okay, you got to look at it from a different lens. Okay, the parent had a lot of generational traumas passed down to them. Okay, maybe this is why the parent was abusive towards you. Maybe the parent didn't know how to give you that love. You didn't have your emotional needs met as a child. So, you know, and maybe you weren't even aware that you're still holding on to this stuff with your parents, with your mum, your dad, or whoever raised you. Okay, but you're going to start to have things that come to the surface and you'll be like, okay, cool, where's this come from? Bring this come from childhood. Now I can sit with that, I can allow that. I can allow that emotion to be released because it needs to be released. But then you can look at it from a different lens now, different lens, from a higher lens, because you're choosing forgiveness now. It doesn't mean you need to put up with any nonsense behavior, any of that. You honor yourself and you respect yourself and you have those conversations. The parents talk to the kids talk to the parents. It's open conversation. Here we're opening the throat chakra, we're releasing it. Every time we release, when we speak our truth, we're healing and you're empowering yourself even more. Okay. Hash says, synchronicity is off the charts and time is speeding up. Yeah, time doesn't even exist. So you get to that point where it's like, you're just floating along. It doesn't even exist. We only need the time because, you know, we're still on the 3D realm and we've got to go and make appointments or have clients or whatever it is. But really, when you're just in the present moment, there's no time. And the synchronicities too are amazing. Like I said, when you're in alignment, you'll know, because the universe is just going to put all these things like on your path like that, because you've been manifesting, you've been healing. Okay, that's the biggest thing. We've been dumping out so much. We've been doing this for a while. And if you're new here, welcome. I'm Susie and I help people ascend. So if you're new here, remember that, okay? Maybe you're just starting off in your healing journey and, you know, you're really starting now to embark on the shadow work, on the healing journey. Maybe you're pulling cards from the card deck. Maybe you're starting off that way. You're starting to get a feel into this. Okay, what's this about? But your spirit is always guiding you. Doesn't matter where you're at. You may be advanced soul. Maybe now you're just tapping into your spirit now. You're pulling cards and the card's saying, I've got this heart healing now, for example. So follow that. You pull a card. Okay, cool. Okay, journal on that. Write what the card's about. This card's guiding me. It's your spirit guiding you. Yeah, put it down as a heart healing period now. So pay attention as the days go by. Pay attention. What's been stirred up for you? Is someone in your life at the moment that's really triggering you? Let's have a look at that trigger then, so we can understand that and we can just shift it out so it can be gone out of us. So we don't need to hold on to it. Because the new wave frequencies, we need to become lightweight. We need to keep up with these energies here. Okay. Hi, my brother Brian. Good to see you, bro. Hope you're doing well. Right. Okay. So we need to keep up with the energies. And that's why you see a lot of people right now out there in the matrix, they're struggling, chaotic, division, people still fighting against one another, brothers and sisters still going against one another. Okay, no, it's not about that anymore. That's the old era. So the people that are really struggling right now, I know it's hard doing the inner work, my friends. It's so you guys are warriors, you're courageous, you're going in and you're facing all the shadows. And if you're new to that, okay, there's nothing to fear. The universe backs you. And if you may be new to this video, it's just another thing on the path that the universe has given for you to help you heal. It's another nugget to your shadow work. It's another step forward for your brighter days, okay? Because we've all been through it. We've been through the traumas. We've been through the grievances. We've been through the addictions and all that. But the point is, we don't need to hold on to it anymore, okay? And you get to that point where, okay, you start to feel lighter. You feel lightweight, okay? But the more you shift that out, then there's going to be changes occurring, like I said, as within, so without. So when you drop in the baggage from within, your external reality is going to shift as well now, okay? Like I said, I've just shifted. I'm somewhere temporary at the moment. Sacred ley lines here, okay? So to me, the past week, but I think that's when I did the last live stream. Thank you, Brian, bro. The last week was just crazy. Remember how I was saying over the October 29, the 30th, 31st, how the AI Atlas was coming closer to the sun? Wow. That's why I've been MIA, because I really had to go inwardly. And sometimes you have to. You're a healer, you're a light worker, whatever. Sometimes you need to just go in and do you, because your energy is precious, okay? Yes, and we give service, but you got to know as well, that's an important thing. You got to know when to give and when to stand back. Okay, but to me, that was profound. I remember one of those days, I think it was on the 30th, I cried all day, but it was tears, it was sacred tears. I just kept saying to Luke, I kept saying to Spirit, oh my God, it's so sacred, it's so sacred. It was that type of tears that day. I don't know if any of you guys felt it, but shit, it was so sacred, feeling the earth shift. Even in meditations and sitting there, just in Zen vibes, I'm seeing the earth like just shifting, like coming up, raising up. Just beautiful things, like seeing the sun just illuminate the earth, because that's what I mean. It's an accelerated illumination period right now, so it's super exciting. So that's why I want to give you guys the the keys, the tools to be able to navigate through this time with ease. Because like I said, they ain't going to publicize this on the mainstream media. No one's going to put the TV on or hear in the local radio what's going down. It's the light workers right now, the light warriors out there right now that are boosting each other up. We're coming together like here, even. We come here once a week or whatever it is. We boost each other up. We remind each other what we already know. We already all know. And some of us were on different levels, okay? Like I said, and then the day after that day, I had that real sacred tears all that day. The day after that, man, I hit a pocket of grief I didn't even knew existed. So shit, I was in that and I leaned right into that as I do. That's it. There's no YouTube for me. There's nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm not working. I'm not doing anything. I'm doing me. You have to be dedicated on this journey. You dedicate that time and it gets easier because look, if you really want to heal and you really want to ascend, you want to liberate yourself, you want to flee the matrix, you want to operate from your higher self, where you manifest like that. Okay, the world is your oyster, man. We can do whatever we want. We're here to create. We don't have to live in poverty. We don't have to live heavy and dense and stuff. So if you commit yourself on this journey, my friends, you commit to the shadow work. Allocate yourself time every day. If you're not working, whatever, when you got those moments, sit, just journal, or just sit, just meditate. Because whatever's going to come up to be purified, you're going to speed that up. You're going to get it done. Okay, and then things will shift up. But then you embody more light, and then your third eye is going to start tingling a bit more. You know, your intuition's going to be more sharp. That's another thing right now. I think I mentioned this in the last live stream, that your spiritual gifts are becoming more sharp. And you're like, well, the other night, my third eye has been developed for many years. And the other night, for 2 nights in a row, the third eye was like twitching. Like I'm sitting here on the bed and it's like my whole forehead was like going like that, and I was, whoa. So I just need to be grounded. Tomorrow I'm going to jump in the ocean. I normally live right by the water. Here I've got to drive at least maybe 15 minutes to the water, so that's my priority tomorrow. So prioritize your grounding. Yeah, get on the trees, put the feet on the earth, prioritize it. Yeah, water. Right now, water. I normally drink 4 liters of water a day. Like last couple of days, 4.5 liters, because I'm still thirsty. Okay, and if you're putting the salt to the water, you're going to make sure you find the right salt balance for you, because some people put too much salt, you get dehydrated. Don't put enough, you're not getting hydrated. So you'll find your balance. Every 2 liter bottle, I put half a teaspoon of Celtic salt. That works for me, but everyone's different. You got to tune in and listen to your body. Okay, we are who the ancestors sang and danced about. That's beautiful. Yeah, that's so true. And our ancestors are so proud of us, and that's another thing as well. You're probably going to notice that your connection to your ancestors is stronger now as well, because our ancestors are there. They're part of us, yeah? And they're cheering you on with your healing. And if you ever get stuck and you need to talk and you don't have anyone around you, you talk to your ancestors. They hear you, they see you, they're with you every single day. Yeah. Now, when it comes to forgiveness, because this is what this time is about, as the energies are dense and out there, we're here to help the earth shift with that. You already know that, okay? You're significant. That's why you're here. You understand. And maybe you're just starting to get it now, yeah? You're a light worker, okay? Now you're starting to get it, yeah? That's why you went through all that, to learn to build yourself back up, to piece yourself back together, to retrieve all your soul parts through all that you went through. So then, boom, now, okay, you illuminate light. Boom, now you got to help the next person. You go help a community, you help your neighborhood, whoever, because that's the role. That's why you had to go through that many harsh lessons. So when it comes to forgiveness, okay, yes, we have to look through the eyes of compassion. And when we can look through the eyes of compassion towards our parents or the ex-husband or the person who really hurt our child, things like that, yeah, you look through the eyes of compassion to start opening your heart a bit more. You open your heart a bit more, the anger will start to dissolve, because now you can get to the grief, okay? Anger is a secondary emotion. Underneath anger is normally fear or sadness and grief, okay? So remember that. So when you open your heart and expand your heart more and more, okay, the anger you'll be able to pierce through that anger. You'll be able to get to the raw emotion, which is the grief, and to release that and let it go. Okay, that's the purification right there. Yeah, because then you're embodying more light. So when you can look at those situations from a higher lens, okay, you're in a situation, even now you're cruising along and you say you're driving, because I've been in suburbia and it's hectic. I'm used to living rural, okay, and so it's a big adjustment for me, but I know this is where I needed to be to jump into my highest timer. The opportunities are here for me, and there's a lot of healing work for me here to do, okay? So it's profound for me, and these ley lines here is very sacred ley lines. So the minute I stepped foot here, well, I felt the healing take place. It took me 2 days, and then today I had that, I finally softened, so I'm adjusting, and then I was able to release the tears, and it was grief, and it was just overwhelmed energies. I was just like, whoa, it's like a fully timeline jumped. but I know it's for the best possible outcome because I fully trust spirit. So when you just don't know, but when you know you're in alignment, you know you've got to be somewhere, because you know that's where you can give service, and you know that's where you're going to be able to have more fun and create and have joy and be around new people and all that. So don't be afraid to take the leap of faith. I've done it before many times on my journey. I didn't know, but I put all my faith and trust in spirit. You see what I mean? So when it comes to, I'll go back to when it comes to forgiveness, okay, start looking through the eyes of compassion, because that's what's going to keep our vibration high at this time. People out there still acting from a place of fear, for example, because in the Matrix, I've seen a lot of people in suburbia here lately, they're wearing the masks, and I haven't seen that for a long time. Okay, people wearing the mask, and I've seen today, and I'm thinking, okay, they're obviously pumping out that nonsense on the news still. Okay, so this person is in fear now, and I'm standing there, and you got to watch. That's what I mean. Watch the ego, because a part of, if you're not so developed yet, then that part of you is going to judge. But no, you pull yourself up. Okay, have forgiveness, have compassion for that person. That person is obviously in a state of fear. When you stand in that present, when you stand next to that person who's they're in such a state of fear, they're walking around with a mask on. Okay. So when you're present now, you're standing right near them, they're there at the shop, you're standing near them, what's going to happen? You're going to help shift some of their fear. You shift it out for them. That's you being a healer. That's the shaman work. This is the light work, the grid work. Okay? Very profound, to say the least. It is. That's what I mean. We're making the difference. You may not realize it. So when you're sitting there and there's days and nights that are dark and dense and heavy, and you just feel so tired because you've been doing this inner work, this journey for so long, just know that actually, imagine the whole earth being healed and restored, because we're all playing our part. Why do you think they've censored so much of our stuff from getting out? Why do you think they've silenced so many people, light workers, all the shamans, all the healers? Everyone's popping out now, and they can't stop this shift, and they know that. But remember, we stay in our hearts now, because there's no more division. When we stay in our hearts, okay, through forgiveness, through compassion, well, then we're raising our vibration, and we're raising the collective vibration quicker now, this time, through this accelerated period. And many things are still going to come. A lot more things are still going to come, because with this illuminated, okay, with this accelerated illumination period, that means a lot more mass disclosure is going to come out. Now, you guys have been aware, for example, of the satanic abuse rituals, okay, child trafficking, like all these sort of things, corrupt, governments and all these sort of things. And there's really dense stuff out there. A lot of you guys have been, we do hold the line, brother. Thank you. We're holding the line. A lot of you guys know of this stuff. You've known of this stuff for a long time. Okay. But some people now, it's just news to them. It's just coming to news to them now. You see what I mean? They're just realizing that. So can you imagine? You got to remember this. For example, you went through trauma as a kid. Maybe it was sexual trauma. Okay. And that's a very triggering thing for some people. Some people, remember, they never faced the shadow. They never went and healed that childhood sexual trauma. And now all of a sudden they come to realize, pay attention, focus. They're starting to realize now, shit, our government's been part of all that. So do you think remember that's traumatic for them. That's really traumatic. The people they're supposed to trust, now that's triggering their childhood sexual trauma. Do you see what I'm saying? So we have to hold the line. We have to keep our vibration high, because that's the sort of stuff that's coming to the surface. That's new for people. This stuff is new to a lot of people. So it's like a collective shadow, collective healing. Yeah, it's like a collective shadow work. All these things are coming up. You're witnessing, you look around, you're witnessing people in your community that are just so deep on drugs and alcohol and stuff, because they just don't know how to handle what's coming up. So if you're a healer at this time and you've been sitting on the sidelines, I've said this before, like go and just set something, set a circle up, just set something, just go and talk to people randomly. When you go for your beach walk or whatever, you just go and you smile at the person who just looks real blue. Yeah, that one smile can shift someone's focus right there from being real down. They just got to acknowledge, maybe that person just needs to be acknowledged because their trigger that week was childhood abandonment. You see what I'm saying? And that person just needed a little bit of love. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Things like that. That's how we can push the love out. So you'll find ways that you can push the love out, and pushing love and light and healing out could just be educating people on some of the stuff that you know. Okay, what do you know about cancer? What do you know? You know that, antiparasitics can cure cancer. What do you know? So then go spread that to people who will hear that. Go spread that to the person who you know in your community who has cancer. Maybe they don't believe in it or whatever, but you've planted that seed now. maybe then they'll go have that conversation with the other person. Now they're scratching their heads, are going to look into it. Bang, you've just freed another person from the matrix. You see what I'm saying? You've helped someone liberate and claim back their health. You see what I'm saying, my friends? I've been so thirsty. How you guys been doing like through this shift? It's been pretty crazy. We had like 2 strong M-class solar flares yesterday. We had like an M.5 and we had like an M.4, I think it was. And I'm thinking, ooh, it feels like it's going to be an X-class solar flare, but it's crazy. It's crazy. It's definitely on. You can hear the motorbike out there and sirens. I caught it, I'm back in the hood. But this is where I need to be right now to do the light work. And this is where it's going to be my highest timeline. So I have to follow that. So please follow your calling, my friends. Follow your calling, okay? Go where you're pulled to, because you're going to receive too, okay? Don't put yourself out either. Like I said, I had to take this past week just for me, okay? Because I had to work through my stuff and change things up, you know, and load the van up and go for, you know, that drive here. But, you know, you got to make sure that you're filling your cup first, okay? I was a bit tired tonight, okay? I'm a little bit tired, you can tell, you know, I'm sleeping early tonight. I thought I got to just jump on real quickly, okay? Yes, we are the ones intense as fuck out here. Brian says, feel like shake weight. What's shake weight? It is intense. Like right now here, there's sirens going off and everything, you know? It's people are hurting. People are hurting, you know? But you go out there, just push the light out. If you're working with energy now, you know how to work with energy. You walk past people who are hurt and suffering. You hear sirens bang, you push the light. I went for a walk with someone close to me earlier today, and then walking, there was a whole bunch of police and ambulance and all that. It was near like a primary school, and before we even seen the sirens, now I was already doing the clearing. I'm like yawning. I said, yeah, well, it's dense here, it's need some clearing, man. It's fucking dense. So clearing, and then she started clearing. This is new to this person here. This is new to her. She's starting to realise that she's doing the grid work now too, right? So this is exciting. That's what I'm saying. So more people now doing the grid work. So what do you think is going to happen? You think the earth is going to, you think we're going to be stuck living in the matrix? No, all that's going to change and shift up, okay? Maintain your energy and sharpen your boundaries right now, especially when you shift, when you quantum shift, because you're a new you now. You're not that you played so small back then, weak ass boundaries, or let anyone up in your boundaries. No, you're a new version of you now. You're a better version of you now. So walk tall, have stronger boundaries. Yeah. Watch your energy. Keep your energy protected. Okay. You don't need to say yes to every new opportunity that comes to you. Take a moment, breathe, and have a look, because some people, they don't have the best interest. Some people, they want it for them. Okay, me as a healer, I'm very selective. I won't go and do healing circles and all these sort of things with other healers and stuff, because energy is sacred to me. Okay, I know my energy and I keep it pure. Okay, I don't work from a place of ego. I keep it pure. There's a lot of healers and shamans out there, even clairvoyant readers and stuff. Okay, it's all ego. So if that's you and you want to, you know, go and expand your work and stuff, be very selective, because I have, you know, crossed paths. This was in the past. With one love, thank you guys, one love to the UK. I've crossed paths with many healers in the past and clairvoyant readers, and I tell you now, man, I couldn't believe it. Like a lot of men even, okay, they're operating from the ego. It's this whole new ego thing now, because you look, I'm all fucking spiritual now. It's all an act. Okay, what's spiritual? Everyone is spiritual. You just realize that. But you can't talk the talk and not walk the walk. You got to go and unpack. You got to go and face the shadow. You got to go and unpack it. Then you can go and help others heal. But if you're sitting there and you're trying to be a healer and try to help others and take advantage of people that are vulnerable, because I've seen that. It's happened to me, my friends. Years ago, when I was very vulnerable after I lost my son, I went to go seek help. I never did that. I thought, I'm going to go seek help. I had these spiritual men try to take advantage of me and all that. That's what I'm saying. So stay sharp, women and men. Because a lot of people, that's where they're operating from right now. You'll be able to see what healers are organic. If you feel you need to go do your clairvoyant reading, go get a clairvoyant reading and all that. There's some beautiful people out there that are channeling directly from their spirit. They're working with the light. There's no ego involved. It's not even about the money. Even myself, I had to accept, okay, I'm going to earn some money then. I can't keep working for free. I've accepted that, but I'm not doing it from a place of greedy. Even I was talking to someone recently about some business things, and I'm like, I'm not going to be greedy about it. I want to help people. Some people can't afford to pay that much for a service, but they need it. So do what you can. You see what I'm saying? When I say protect your energy, there's people going to come now into your life, new people, because you're on your new timeline. There's a new test for you too. People are going to come in now. Oh, there's a new energy here. Oh, new light worker here in town. Oh yeah, what's this person about? Well, this energy's going to, because they're attracted to you, because they feel your light. They feel you're a pure one. And that's rare. Look around. People are lost. You'll walk around pure, and you just get more pure and purer every single day. Yeah. So then you're going to have a lot of people come to you. You know how the moth goes to the flame? Okay, that's why I say protect your energy and stay sharp. Stay sharp. Because we don't want energy leaks right now. I'm not saying energy leaks, I'm talking people. I'm talking places. If you're in a place or location, that's what happened with me. You got dense now. When it's dense, it means it's time to move on. You'll know when it's time to move on, when it's time to move forward. Yeah? So always trust that. Trust your intuition. Follow that guidance, okay? Yes, we got this, and you're welcome. You're welcome. We've got this. So follow that. Like I said, if it's dense, it's time to let it go. Go around your home and scave out. Pull all the old things out. Let go of energy. We clear out old energy. We're making room. Sometimes we're not receiving our manifestations. Things aren't coming through for us because the block, what's the block? This old energy blocking. You're trying to manifest, maybe you're that person who just wants a lover in your life, your companion, but you're not coming from a needy place. But you're like, well, what's the block there? Maybe it's because you're holding on to many old things from the past. Well, drop it. Drop the baggage. Let it go. Drop the old emotions. Clear your heart space. Learn to forgive your exes. Yeah, clear that. The biggest thing, you're trying to attract love into your life. Learn to love yourself more, more, more. Self-love is the journey, and it only gets deeper and deeper. You love yourself. Yeah, look in the mirror. Oh, yes, I love you. But it gets deeper. You wake up and you look at yourself in the mirror and you own who the fuck you are, because you're like, shit, that's all that I've been through. Look, all that I've been through. My heart never turned black. I'm still here pushing out love and light, helping humanity, helping people heal, putting the beautiful energy back out into the world. When people walked all over me, people buried me alive. Yeah, that's a self-love there. Then you get to a point you're looking at yourself like, oh, what? You're going to stop picking on yourself because of what? Your ear's not the size of some fancy person on fucking, excuse my French, on Instagram or whatever. You see what I mean? That's self-love. When you embody that type of self-love, because you're unique. We're all beautiful and we're all different. It doesn't matter what people think. You get around like that. That's self-love. You cultivate that. And then bang, it's going to give me a vibrational match. That's the sort of love that's going to come into your life, whether it's going to be a romantic partner or your tribe, the people, because it's energy, it's frequency. Remember, we're a vibrational match. So the more you dump out all the nonsense, clear all that out, beautiful things are going to come. Now the universe is going to push you to a different area, new ley lines, fresh ley lines to work with. That's exciting. Fresh ley lines for me to do some sacred work on, fresh ley lines for me to absorb sacred frequency. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Brian says, walking with your head on swivel. Right. Hi, Leonie, sis. I've got some amazing messages from Robbie when I went to a spiritualist church last week. It was so healing. Well, that's nice. Well, that's good. Well, you'll know if it's coming from, a healer who's organic, that's in their heart space. It's not ego-driven, so you'll know because you'll feel right. Because even, bear this in mind, my friends, okay, I was talking to someone just recently, and they were telling me that someone they knew was going to see a clairvoyant. The clairvoyant told them to go and kill their dog because whatever, and then they went and did that. And he's like, what? I said, yeah, so be very careful, because there's a lot of shysty people out there. People getting excited now. All these pop-ups now, not that I use, social media, but all these pop-up now, all on Instagram and TikTok, all of a sudden all these pop-up now, they're readers and shamans and all that. What? Because all of a sudden you realize the earth is shifting. That's what I mean. You got to go in, you face the shadow. That's what makes you a healer, because you learn to heal yourself. You learn to cultivate your heart. You don't read this out of a book. Okay, you can't. This is earth school. You're learning that, you're mastering the lessons. Oh, I mastered that. I know how to do the shadow work. I'm going to teach that now. That's my service to humanity. It's Tuesday evening here. I've had a big day. I've been adjusting big time. My service to humanity is, all right, I'm going to set my boundary then. I'll just do a quick short live stream tonight. Push the love and light out. Let guys know that everything's going to be all right. We're all here together. We tribe. I may go missing for a week or whatever, but I'm still here behind the scenes. My boundary. Okay, cool. I'm not going to do a 1 hour live stream, even though it goes real quick. But you see what I'm saying? Honor. Come in honor. Okay. Hi, Deborah. You showed up at the right time. I'm listening and learning. One love to everyone. I'm glad. Yes, this is Earth School. Earth School, you see. Healing stream. Always. Thank you, bright brother. So, Okay, so stay focused on whatever you're trying to create out there. Keep creating. And if you haven't been creating, I encourage you to create, because when we're creating, whether that's drawing, that's art, that's poetry, that's whatever it is, maybe it's new for you, going to go and explore that, because when we're creating is very, very healing. When we're creating, you may not even know what you're going to do, but that's your spirit now able to work through you. And what happens is your womb space starts to heal. This is where we got so blocked up. Okay, another thing as well through all this process is Kundalini energy is on the rise more and more than ever, my friends. Okay, dude, I woke up this morning shaking. You know the TRE, when your body is releasing all the trauma, you get the shakes. You know when that happens to me every time I think of, you know that old school song, I don't know who sings it, we're old school. I've got the shakes, I got the weepy yippy shakes, whatever, you know that song? Dude, that's what comes to my head. Shout out to Luke. Thanks, brother. Shout out to your mom. Right, so the Kundalini energy is on the rise. So that you may be experiencing that. Like I said, I wake up this morning, I'm shaking and that. Energy is like constantly changing and shifting. Shit's being pulled and lodged out of the chakras and all that. So stay balanced, stay grounded, okay? Stay on top, my beautiful friends, okay? And what else can I say? I think I'll just leave it right there, okay? Keep going. We're here at this time of shift, okay? Everything's divine, in divine order. Everything's beautiful. Go outside, look at the stars, look at the night sky, okay? If you find yourself getting pulled into the matrix nonsense, and because a lot of people watch all that and then they want to come and tell you about what's happening in the matrix, well, put your boundary out. I don't care. I don't want to hear it. I'm not here for the matrix. I'm here to help raise the frequency back up. It's our energy that keeps the earth lit at this time, my beautiful friends, okay? So remember, whatever's coming up for you right now, can you allow yourself to be present with that? Can you allow yourself to be patient with that process, okay? It's coming up for you. Can you be disciplined enough right now? Please be disciplined enough at this time now to really pay attention to that shadow that's coming up for you. Please, my brothers and sisters, because we need us now, okay? We need us more than ever. The Rainbow Warriors, now's time. Now's the time. It's not tomorrow. There's no time here. Now's the time here. So whatever's coming up, remember, as much as you don't want to feel it, when you can surrender to it and no longer resist it, it will shift a lot quicker. And if that's too hard for you, think of your ancestors, think of your babies in spirit, think of humanity, think of Mother Earth. It's blue star Kachina time, what I'm trying to say, okay? Don't lose any opportunity to shift whatever needs to shift within you. We are the Rainbow Warriors, and we're here at this sacred time of shift. Accelerated illumination time, yeah? Feet on the ground, earth out, yeah? Stay focused, stronger boundaries. Okay, you get to choose what energies are in your life. If it gets heavy and dense, it's time to let it go. You need to cut the cords, you cut the cords. Keep moving forward, keep your head up, keep walking forward. Stay on your path. Your guides are all around you. Your guides, your ancestors, your loved ones are all around you. We're family, we're tribe, and we're all here. And I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you for helping me do my work too, okay? So I'll see you guys soon. And hopefully I got a little different setup. It's hot in here. I'm waking up a Rainbow Warrior sweat here. I'm like, it's weird. I'm like trying to adjust. I'm in this crazy new energies here. I'm hearing sirens. I'm just, what? But the things I do. Keep doing what you got to do, my friends. Till next time, stay loved, stay blessed. Stay in the light, charge up, hydrate. That's all for now. One love. You're welcome, everyone. Take care. See you soon.